Hamlo, dan selamat datang di stream Rai Galilei. Rai Galilei stream wa yokoso. Thank you for coming. Yes. Halo semuanya, apa kabar? How are you all? Itu, anata tachi ga, genki desu ka? Genki desu ka? In the bathroom. Ceritanya kan kayak apa namanya kan, kalau kelas online biasanya kan belakang kan ruangan tidur. Gitu, makanya di kasur. Yeah, genki desu. Facebooknya lebih tinggi daripada Rai. Rei-san, o genki desu ka? Rai wa genki desu. Arigatou. Rai mo genki desu. Arigatou. Yes. Rai sehat. Rai is healthy. Very good. Kemarin sekarang udah ada isinya. Kemarin selalu ada isinya kan, yang kamar stream itu kan gak ada isinya, soalnya itu kan kamar buat kamar tamu. Dalam saya tidak baik-baik saja, dia melipir untuk kebaikanmu. Nggak apa-apa, sini. Hari ini kita akan belajar basics of state of the art. Yes. Right. Berubah menjadi
guru dulu. Ya, jadi pada kesempatan kali ini kita akan mempelajari tentang basic dari state of the arts. Gitu. Rai udah makan, baru masak. Rai tadi bilangnya Rai lagi masak ya. Rai itu lagi makan, bukan lagi masak. Gitu. Oke, jadi langsung saja dimulai. Without further ado, let's get started, yes? Rai ada kasut tapi kamu malah berdiri di lantai, kenapa nggak tidur? Ini ceritanya, ini duduk ini. Kamu nggak ngeliatin aku lagi duduk kan? Nggak kelihatan duduknya soalnya ini. Barusan mukul apa? It's a clap. Santai, sambil makan boleh-boleh, silakan.
kursinya invisible. Tentu saja kursinya kotak, tidak ada punggungnya. Sekarang buat jadwal sehari minimal ngerjain tugas. Oh no. Semangat. Kursinya pendek kelihatan. Oke. Kita langsung saja masuk ke pelajarannya. Jadi, pada Rai Galilei 101 IPD class yang sebelumnya, kita membahas tentang apa saja pekerjaan yang ada di IPD saat apa saja pekerjaan-pekerjaan basic yang ada di IPD. Seperti yang kalian tahu, adalah sebuah galilean yang kerjanya adalah memantau serta memberikan petunjuk kepada mereka yang ada di pertarungan dan sebagainya. Begitu. Berapa bulan lalu kelas terakhir ya? Kelas terakhir lama banget ya, pasti udah pada lupa, nggak apa-apa. Bagi yang ingat-ingat, pengen ingat-ingat lagi, silakan nonton videonya, stonks. Pakai dulu tes tapi sendiri sebelum belajar lagi. Tapi di sini nanti kamu belajar lagi nggak apa-apa. Guys, saya belum pernah bahas divisi lain kayaknya. Oh, kalau bahas divisi yang selain divisi basic, Rai belum ngasih tahu. Rai kemarin ngasih taunya tentang divisi-divisi yang lain aja selain Galilean. Yes. Aku nggak lupa, kok masih ingat, lupa tinggal rewatch bentar sekali, nggak apa-apa. Kalau lupa juga nggak apa-apa, karena yang ini tidak ada terlalu banyak hubungannya. Yes. Kangen orang-orang yang ada di luar nggak, Rai? Kangen. Dan aku wanna pindah. Okay then, without further ado, we're going to go directly to basic of state of the art. Buka dulu buku Rai karena udah lama jelasinnya gimana nih. Okay, introductions. So basically, state of the arts, or also known as SA, or also known as SotA. SotA jangan. SotA is basically a bunch of nanotechnology that you bring along inside a capsule during the mission. Yes. Example, imagine 1,000 of dust particles that you control using your mind. Gitu. Nah nih, shot aja nah. Ya, jadi begini. State of the art itu basically itu adalah teknologi yang sangat-sangat kecil, yang kasat mata karena terlalu kecil, yang biasanya kamu bawa di dalam kontainer kapsul itu. Kalau untuk penggambarannya, coba kamu pikirkan apa ditulis. Oh ya, sini. Rai tulis ya, dulu ya. Cepat ya. Tuh. Saya lupa namanya apa. Oh. Cuma. Ya, bagusnya emang ditulis benar-benar. Mari kita tulis. Tuh. Cuma. Hai. Taruh lagi. Oke. Nah. Terusnya. Turun. Oke. Kayaknya sedikit membelok ke sini. Biar kayak papan tulis putih. Oke. PT materi di share pak.
Iya, nanti Bapak share lewat guru-guru ya. Nanti kalian tinggal kasih emailnya saja ke Bapak ya.
Oke. Di foto apa?
Kalian ini ya, gak boleh foto-foto, itu namanya malas. Kalian kan sudah kuliah. Kalau gitu terserah kalian. Yang penting kalian lulus nanti ya.
Gitu. Afzal. Sin Afzal. Oke, kita langsung saja ya. Oke. Cuma-cuma. State of the Arts Introduction. Jadi mata no dia mengajar state of the arts is basically a bunch of tiny micro nano technology. My writing suck. I'm sorry. Technology that you bring inside a container. Inside a container that you bring everywhere. Yes. It is so small to the point where you can hardly see it. Yes. For example, imagine dust particles that you collect inside a jar. There you go. Can I swallow? No, not swallow. Kontainernya bentuknya kayak gimana? Digendong kak. Kontainernya bentuknya biasanya rata-rata kayak kapsul. Kayak apa ya? Kayak kapsul gede. Tuh, kayak kapsul gede yang biasanya ditaruh di pinggang belakang. Yes. Yes, I don't eat my homework. Oh no. Bisa bagian kepala rusak kayak misalnya otak itu sekedar bagi juga terdapat bagian tertentu bisa diperbaiki, tentu saja. And to eat or drink SotA, can it be used as weapon or material? Kayak vial, big fire. Can you eat it? Okay. Kalau gitu, ini kan buat introduction. Kita lanjut saja untuk menjawab segala pertanyaannya. It is only the introduction, so I'm going to continue to answer all of that question. Yes? Tulis. Kita nggak bukunya aja langsung di yes. For example, yes. The example of state-of-the-art usage. Yes. As a example of usage. This one is kind of a thing that you need to take in for a while. So basically, the example of using a state-of-the-art. Oh my god, I write it wrong. Flammable. It's supposed to be flammable. Okay, good. I'm gonna read as I read the chat as well, as I can see. Why can't I see nothing? Oh, okay. Jadi apa itu Rai? Kung dito onegai, nanti Rai jelasin, nggak apa-apa. Silakan diikuti dahulu. Karena angka ketutupan. Oh iya benar. Mari kita kecilkan sedikit. Oke. Terus Rai geser. Oke. Kecilin sedikit lagi. Oke. Rai geser. Oke. Oke gini jadinya. Kita mulai lagi. Example of SA usage. Jadi yang bahasa Inggris silakan baca. For the English you can read the explanation at the notes that I have created. Yes. Jadi begini. Cara penggunaan state of the arts. Jadi state of the arts ini itu gunanya adalah untuk mengikat serta menggabung partikel-partikel yang ada di sekitarnya. Misalnya kalian ingin mengendalikan tanah, maka kamu menggunakan kekuatan otakmu untuk mengontrol state of the arts itu untuk mengikat serta menggabung partikel-partikel tanah yang ada di tanah untuk kamu manipulasi layaknya lilin atau malam atau plastisin gitu. The possibility of SA usage is limitless. Can the process or something? Yes. So it's something like alchemy. Yes, it's something like alchemy. Jadi seandainya kalian ingin menggunakan SA itu untuk memanipulasi air, itu berarti kalian bisa mulai dari kontrol SA-nya itu untuk menarik oksigen serta hidrogen dengan titik yang pas. Terus kalian tarik terus bikin satu persatu untuk bikin droplets of water, yes. Jadi kayak Avatar tapi versi modern. Yes, kayak Avatar tapi versi modern. It's basically chemist but faster. Yes, it's basically chemist but faster. So basically, state of the arts, all you need to do is to control the state of the arts in your mind to take the particles of hydrogen and oxygen to create droplets of water. That is the example of state of the arts. Berarti bisa buat nanokarbon dong biar bikin pedang kewat. Yes, the possibility of SA is limitless. Bergantung dengan apa yang kalian pikirkan serta apa yang kalian bisa lakukan. Possibility of SA usage is limitless. It's not magic, it's pseudoscience, exactly. So you can use it by just thinking. Technically, yes, you can use it by just thinking, but you need to study a lot, of course. Pseudoscience go brrr. Modern day alchemist, yes. Limit dari SA bergantung sama otak sendiri serta compatibility. If you're not compatible of using SA, then basically you're not going to be able to create ice. You're not being able to condense water and all that stuff, you know. I feel like I would think about something for a split second, accidentally blew up my mouth. Don't worry, there's like a safe trigger in our brain to actually use state of the art. So in case you spaced out, you won't create a tornado or anything. Don't worry. It can be imagination thingy. It could be imagination thingy as long as it's something that you can imagine. Like imagine you're trying to make a golem out of it. Then basically you're going to tie the SA to dirts and then you're going to control them to make themselves turn into a golem structure and then move them with your mind. Yes, you can. You can do that. What's the difference with nanomachines? State of the art is nanomachines. Unless you're talking about other nanomachines. I'm not sure what you're talking though. 3D right? Bisa asalkan ada imajinasi. Yes. So you can make tornado with this too. Yes, you can. Just make the SA move as fast as possible in a circular position while creating hot and cold air to make thunderstorms. First time watching your stream? Hello, good evening. Thank you for coming to Rai stream. This stream is kind of educative in Rai's own way, so please, you're going to get confused if this is the first time you watch Rai stream. But thank you for coming. So you can create everything as long as the material is available. Yes, you can. Exactly. But there has to be a carbon exchange, right? Exactly. It won't come out like from thin air. Like I said before, it's going to try to tie and infuse itself towards surrounding things. So if there's nothing around you, then you can do nothing. I'd like to create dark matter. You can do that as long as you know the science behind it. Go ahead. If the SA usage is limitless, won't it be dangerous in the possession of bad people? How do IDP qualify people to use this? So basically, to use SA, you need to have this special what do you call it? Operasi. Apa itu? Surgery. Yes. You need to have this special surgery to be able to control the SAs. Cute. Hello, Ara. Hello, Ara. Welcome to Rai-Stram. Hello. Welcome to Rai-Stram. And Rai is not cute. Rai is cool. Thank you. Not cute. Rai is specialist in lightning and ice. Yes. Rai is specialist at lightning and ice and speed. So human slave is a no-go, but human transmutation is possible. Human slave is a no-go, but human transmutation is possible. Human transmutation is possible. Human slaves, I'm not sure. You can actually use the SA to travel into someone's brain and then like control on how their brain works, the chemicals inside their brain, to make them do stuff for you. You know? I'm like, emotions and everything is basically mostly because of chemical reactions inside your brain. So if you can control your SA completely, like really detailed and everything, you can actually control a person using SA. But there's like a small amount of people that I know that can actually do that. Rai can't actually do that either. Like control their brain, basic control, yes, as long as you know how brain works. Is SA also used for IPD vehicle fuels? No, it's not. Because SA is too precious to be fuel. That's why. I see, so you need to modify your body to use SA. Yes. Brainwash? You can do that. You can do brainwash if you know how it works. If you do brainwash wrong, you basically just destroy somebody's brain, you know. It's basically going to turn brain dead and you can control brain too, yes. Unless you actually know how to do it. I don't. I can't do that. I'm not strong enough to do that. So we need to learn everything before using SA. Yes, we need to learn everything before using SA. Any eternal organs too? Yes, eternal organs too. Like you can actually fix wounds and everything using SA. Can a stupid person like me use SA? As long as you know the theory behind something, you can. IPD kawaii. Equal force, like IPD is a force that you're not supposed to mess with to begin with. I mean, like IPD is interdimensional police, so like the thing that we face every day is like an interdimensional scale of
problem. So this kind of thing is nothing compared to the things that we're facing. I predict someone can know how brain works. Yes. Is there any limit to how much you can control? Yes. We're going to talk about that later. Every IPD member use SA for different things based on their expertise. Yes, like some of use control, other for use something else. Exactly. So basically, Galileans can control this device, then they can control by itself. We have the capacity of brain to control lots of SAs, but not as strong. So basically, like this. Maybe I should explain the class fully first, and then I'm going to answer the question. Yes. Okay, question comes later. Rai is going to continue the class for a bit, okay? Isn't Multiverse has infinite types of matter though? It's going to be hard to learn everything in order to command everything you can learn. Exactly. So like the thing is, when you're trying to go to another dimension, you need to actually learn a thing or two. In IPD, there is a special place where time actually goes really slow. So like if like there's a light that indicates danger is going on in dimension 1, for example, we're going to go to this special place to like learn for like 2 years and then go back into the field. And this 2 years is basically the equivalent of 1 second or 2 seconds actually. Okay, let's continue the class for a bit. I'm answer that thing later. Okay, we're gonna continue the class. On to the next one. Okay, next one is SA, Infusion, and Weapons. So not only raw usage, SA can also be infused in weapons, yes? Basically, you can make them fly, or make yourself fly, or trigger things inside your weaponized mechanism that only you can trigger. Biasa itu ada beberapa weapon yang butuh usage sendiri, kayak apa namanya, misalnya pengen tiba-tiba ada rocket launcher cua gitu, itu ada usage sendiri. Like there's this specialized weapon that needs SA to actually work. Like imagine like this a golf club that have rocket launcher in it. It needs SA to actually work. Arm and dangers, yes. So basically, not only just weapon, our weapon can actually be infused with SA either. Yes. So do you have any specialized weapon, right? I do. I used to have one. Now I do too, but not as cool as the one before. You can explode people. You can explode people, actually. Yes, you can. Yes. Rai a long time ago, Rai have this weapon, which is basically this I forgot what it is though. It's basically this sword, this big sword that I carry around. It's kind of hard to explain. So basically, the sword is it's kind of hard to explain. I need to draw it so you guys understand.
Isn't your weapon is that small pistol thing? It is. My now weapon is the small pistol thing because I'm not as good as controlling SA that I used to be. Can I make some people teleport with SA? It's possible, yes, but like only very few people can actually make people teleport. Like super few people, because like it's a really complex thing to do. It's actually not a teleport as well. It's basically like a reconstruction in the same time, moving every nanometers per nanosecond. It's kind of hard to explain. I did finish one of your weapons. Namanakemia, sulfur, please. No. What's the specialized effect of your former weapon? The special effect of my former weapon. Former weapon means like the weapon that I use now, right? It's not that big of a deal. It's basically like an increased range of sniping, increased range of stability. So I don't have I don't have to I don't have to like crouch to shoot things, or like I have to aim super stable to actually shoot things correctly. When I can transform into a sword, I wish. No, actually don't. What if Panya is going to get hurt? When to ask this again, is there anyone who lost their mind because of SK? Of course. Of course. Things like that actually happens too, you know. SA is a big deal, and like if we use it incorrectly, it's going to cause a big deal of effect as well. Is the ammo of your gun still normal bullet, or is it actually SA? It's actually SA. So basically, all I do is just shoot things to people. Shoot some bullets. Shoot some special. Oh my god! I can communicate today. What I do is basically I shoot people with my specialized SA bullets, which is basically the small capsule filled with SA bullets, and then like when it hit, it's going to create various of effects to the person that got hit. Like, can we ask you more questions later in tomorrow? Yes, that is actually what I wanted to do in the end of the thing. Cuteness real. Usually I would infuse my ammo with SA that would create paralyzing effects, so it could neutralize things easily. Maybe take a sip of your drink would have. True, I'm gonna take a sip. Punya secret ability to make everyone obey her. Yeah. Probably Punya can do an SA that controls the brain that controls Rai to become her slave. But I'm halfway. Does your body get reconstruction when you switch to different class? Oh no, you don't. Basically before you got appointed to a class, they're going to have this test to make sure what kind of SA ability that you can use, you know. Yes, she is still going to be dangerous. True. I'm sorry to explain before. It's okay, but what happened if people who join IPD in the end they are not qualified? They're going to be sent back to where they belong. Yes. With no memories or whatsoever. It's like nothing ever happened at all. But like usually when you're already joined the IPD, I mean like when you already got got an invitation from IPD, there is almost 99% chance, no way that you're going to be disqualified or anything like that. I mean like before you join the IPD. Is it possible the person could destroy their whole body and replace it with SA to become a living weapon? Yes. It's actually a thing. That's actually a thing. Replace it with SA. But like if you actually do that, you need like a whole amount of energy, and probably you're going to like die in a couple of minutes because that's like a lot of SA usage. Am I neutralizer? When you get shoot someone with SA bullet, did they get some physical damage? They do. Basically, that's how I control my SA to not slither around. What do they call it? To be inside their bloodstream or something like that. It's kind of hard for me to explain today. MIB avatar with review weapon. Itu before. Kan masuk IPD jalur undangan SMS. Nggak gimana. Nggak mungkin nggak qualify. Oh no. Just one question. Can SA make a food? Yes, you can make a food. But it's hella hard. It's really hard because it's basically a reconstruction of particles that is so random to the point where it's kind of it's super. It's like you sort of create something out of nothing, which the nothing is actually something, but it's kind of it's really hard to say. SA's emergency food. No! There is a couple of people that I know that can actually do that, but only that couple of people, which is actually really small amount of chance that you'll actually learn that. It's really hard. You're dimensional police, Harry. So a film broke into IPD and took control of majority of SA and tons of energy sources to become a living weapon. Is this classified information? There is no way that you can actually enter IPD, and once you do, the security there is super tight to the point that there is no way there's going to be a breakout or anything. If there's going to be a breakout, it's going to be inside the IP. And when that happens, things are going to go down really fast. You can make food. You didn't eat rice with mayo again. I wish. But it's really hard to make, really hard to do though. It's not easy to master SA, exactly. It's not that easy. No, not the B word. Will it require more energy to create food through SA? So it's like negative calories since food less energy than energy used. Yes, exactly. It takes too much energy for you to create a cookie. You basically wasted the energy of you eating a whole cow. Yo, we make costume. Master of SA is basically having a PhD. Yes, exactly. Listen, Mario. Can I change the taste of a food? Only the taste. Yes, you can. Basically, you're going to manipulate the particular structure of the food to create complex taste. Yes, breakdowns and creating some new chemicals inside your food. There'll be plenty useful. It could be plenty useful, yes, but one person could probably create like a bowl of rice, and that's it. And that one bowl of rice actually equals to you basically the energy of you eating a whole cow. So like it's a really bad exchange, but in very tough situation, then yes. Also, not all people can make food. Like I only know 1 or 2 people that can actually do that. Sapi satu jangan. SK can use to break down molecular bond. Yes, they can. Took more energy to make food. Yes. If you change the taste of food, you're changing the food or changing your senses. You change the food. Basically, food have this special chemicals going on, and this chemicals is basically what we taste. We're basically breaking down and then re-adding things, and then like changing things on the chemicals to make the taste different. I'm gonna continue the class. Yes, I'm gonna continue the class, and then everything else will be continued after. Okay, next one. Requirements. Yes, there you go. Requirements. Tumata. There's a person that actually asked the actual thing, the actual apa namanya, the actual ukuran apa, bukan ukuran juga. Oh no, I can't do both Indonesian and English. Oh no. It is basically like, okay, next one. Requirements. All of that sounds like it's all fun and games, but what are the requirements? That power always seems to come with a good amount of risk, right? Of course, ha ha ha. You see, the amount of SA you could control varies throughout different people. The strength of control also varies throughout different people. Ini tadi kung nggak salah yang tanya ini. Somebody asked this too, yes? Usually, we measure the controllable amount by per cubic centimeter and the strength of by weight of force. And 1 cubic centimeter is usually weighted 1 gram, which averagely could control 50 grams of force. Ini hitungan secara kekuatan IPD standarnya, yes. The standard of IPD power can lift or give 50 grams of force, 50 grams of weight of force, yes, with just 1 cubic centimeter, which is weighted 1 gram, yes. Everyone is confused. Wait, the chat died. Don't want the chat died. Bilingual moment. Hang in there, my small brain. Okay, how about this? I'm gonna make it even more easier for you. Imagine there's a square, yes? The square is basically 1 centimeter long. 1 centimeter long square. And then this 1 centimeter long square have the weight of 1 gram. This 1 centimeter block of SA could lift a 50 grams. A 50 gram weighted square. Everyone catching this? One to 50 ratio. Yes, 1 to 50 ratio. 1 gram dari SA bisa mengangkat 50 gram dari berat apapun itu. Yes. 1 gram of SA could lift a 50 grams of force. One centimeter cubic of SA have the weight of 1 kilogram, which can lift 50 kilograms. So basically like ants. Basically like ants, but ants can only like carry like 4 or 5 times the size of their own. 1 per 50, yes. 1 kilogram of SA can lift 50 kilogram of object, yes. Exactly. Force or mass? I forgot. Basically mass. It's a mass. 50%. It's like mass is basically like a weight of things. Force is basically like a force that's going to. Oh no, jelasin na. Aku bisa di Indonesia doang. Massa itu berat. Massa itu kalau hitungan dalam berat, kalau seandainya force itu adalah sebuah dorongan gitu. One gram of SA equals 50 gram of anything. Yes, 1 gram of SA equals 50 gram of everything. The size of 1 gram of SA is basically 1 cubic centimeter. Fisika moment. Massa, bukan berat. Kalau berat kan udah dihitung sama gravitasi. Terus like the mass, nah masanya masih massa jatuhnya. Is 50 kg of steel is heavier or lighter than 50 kg of dim sum? Fisika bang. Mungkin kudu berat ya. Ntar kalau mas di ruangan hampa kan gak ada F-nya, gak sih? Ya benar sama sekali. Ya benar kan mas jatuhnya. Jadi berat sih jatuhnya. Ya berat. The weight, not the mass. Weight is basically mass. Mass times gravity. So basically that's the weight. Yes. So yes, 1 gram of SA can lift 50 grams of weight. Yes. The greater than my secret to make the dim sum is heavier. Ya, massa itu tanpa gravitasi. Berat itu kan sudah dimasukin gravitasi. Tadi Rai salah ngomong. Mass is mass. Rai lupa. It's kind of possible to teleport one people, I see. You could, but it takes a lot of brain power to actually do that. Imagine moving, like, imagine a circle. Imagine a picture, yes? You move one pixel at a time in the same time. That's basically how you teleport. So that is not the actual teleport. It's basically just like hyper speed thing, you know. Class IP, class physica. Anything crash to physics and math? I'm sorry. Gitu. Basically, to tell a person you gotta have a brain capacity like a supercomputer. Exactly. Easier to use tool instead. Exactly. So like, why would you use SA if there's like a tool that actually does that for you? I feel like there's a fair chance of turning into a red goop if people just try to teleport with the expertise. Exactly. So nobody actually wants to try that. So no, don't do that. Our brain is supercomputer. Yeah, super smart. And actually, thank you. Pokoknya kalian gak usah. You don't have to think about this ones. You don't have to think about this one actually. You don't have to. So basically, all you need to know that 1 gram, 1 cc, or gram cc, I forgot. 1 gram of SA could lift 50 grams of weight. Intinya gitu. 1 gram bisa mengangkat 50 gram. Intinya gitu. Itu standarnya. That's the standard of IPD. 1 gram can lift 50 grams. Yes. But you need to keep this in mind. Not all people can control as many SA, as also not many people have the same strength of controlling the SA. So there's a thing. 1 per 50 is the standard then. Yes, 1 per 50 is the standard. Habisin jangan lang ya. Oke, sekarang untuk mengingat-ingat lagi, kalian akan saya tes ya. Can you train your strength too? You can, actually. If you want to, you can. You can train every day to control even more SA. You can train every day to control the strength of your SA. Yes, you can. Oh no, oh no. Just kidding. No, I'm not gonna do that. Gitu. So that is basically the end of the class. I mean, like, that's the end of today's lesson. Yes? Now you may ask about everything surrounding SAs, and I will try my best to answer them. To make it easier, you can actually like write it in Rai's Marshmallow, which is on Rai's Twitter. I'm going to answer them as best as I can. Yes. Oh god, I have no idea, but for some reason my ability to speak both Indonesian and English has decreased tremendously. Help. I'm not sure why though. Let's share let us see together. Oh no! Yeah, you might be sleepy, I'm not sure. Ah yes, the side effects of SA, right. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah. I forgot. The risk of using SA. Yes. The risk of using SA. There's like a lot of things. If like what somebody said before, if you try to do teleportation SA without actually knowing what you're doing, you could actually turn into a pile group of meat flesh of nothingness. So don't even try that. That's one. Two, if you're not an expertise or something, something, and you try to heal somebody, you might actually going to create infections or other effects that you don't want to be. So basically, do not use the SA unless you have like proper education to use that SA to use it that way. Natuwa naman because this is physical class. Yeah! So no, do not use SA when you don't know how to use the SA. Never use that. Never use that. SA can create super bug then. Yes, you can. To class full of physics. Does SA follow the rules of equivalent exchange? Yes. Basically, we can create anything from nothing. Can you use your SA to change your appearance, like changing your facial structure or even height? You can, but you need to have like this medical skills first to actually do that. So smooth brain peeps may need to study more before using SA. I'm sorry, but you need to know how that happens first. Udah panas aja apalagi fisika. Ini nggak ada fisika sama sekali kok. Nggak apa-apa. Fisikanya cuma di tadi itu doang. Cuma 1 gram sama dengan bisa mengangkat 50 gram gitu. Udah gitu doang. Can SA bring back the dead? I would say yes and no. Yes and no. It's classified. Pusing kepala ko. Oh hey. Change my height, oh no. So, you ever consider height surgery? I don't need to. Why do I need a height surgery? It's not like I need to the point where I would risk my life to do an SA surgery on my height, no. Animate of corpses, functional person, and nangis kejadian sampai kesini kita fisikal lagi. Jangan, nggak apa-apa kok, fisikalnya cuma itu doang, cuma 1 gram sama dengan 50, udah itu doang. Masa dikali gravitasi sama dengan berat, udah gitu doang. Gak ada yang lain lagi. The body, yes. The soul, no. Oh yes, I need to read the Milo first. Yes, Milo. Okay. What if the one who used SA betrayed the IPD? How would the IPD take care of it? Is there any special kind of jail that they will be eliminated on the spot? That's kind of classified. I mean, like, it's not as classified. I guess clearance is okay. I mean, basically, the only person that can use SA is the IPD. So basically, like, I think I have told you guys before that if there's somebody that have turned bad in IPD, they're going to be erased from existence. Nobody going to remember him or her. They're going to be deleted from all archives, and nobody, not even the deleter, will even remember that person at all. Itu juga tapi berana. Bukannya Remo sobek ya kemarin. Apanya sobek? Gak usah nambah tinggi biar tetap baby. It's perfect Indonesia. Wah. No, that's not what I was. Even in IPD. SA itself is dangerous anyways, exactly. So basically the only person that could use SA is the IPD. So like the basic the rule here is if you do something really bad, then you basically going to get erased. That's it. Oh, dia pengen sobek. Ya pengen sobek, tapi ngapain pakai SA kalau pengen sobek gitu? Kamu harus latihan setiap hari. Kalau kamu sobeknya kayak gitu mah itu namanya males, nanti ujung-ujungnya ntar ototnya jadi meleleh. Kalau pengen berotot gitu harus konstan terus. Nggak boleh setengah-setengah. Kinda it is, not right? Rai might have people he used to be friends with, but when now erased and Rai doesn't remember anything. It is sad, but it is part of our job. Whoever that person is, that means that person have done something bad, or have done something that he wanted to do. So all we can do is just pray and move on. Kita sabik bareng. Has there ever a case where ex-IPD went the dark path and used SA for fairness things? That is a secret. No. Bad. No. Malala. Kenapa malala? Gitu. Jadi kalau mau masuk, mau nggak mau harus ikutin peraturan. It's a matter of life and death. Yes. So basically kalau kamu udah ditunjuk, it's both a prison and a blessing. Really. Oh no, Piskon. Kayak melam-melam gimana? Gitu. Ada pertanyaan lagi ternyata. Masalah rambut warna biru pink itu berhubungan dengan SotA nggak ya? Ada tingkatannya nggak buat warna rambut? Oke, ini. Rai, kok nggak salah pernah nulis, tapi karena ditulis jadi tidak terlalu official, yes? Atau pernah ngomong, Rai lupa. Oh no, Rai lupa urutan rambutnya dong. Jadi gini, kalau seandainya kalian kebanyakan pakai SotA, kebanyakan pakai SA gitu, di luar kapasitas dimana energi kalian bisa keluarkan, nanti mulai muncul uban-uban seperti punya Rai ini, warna pink. Uban-uban warna pink mulai memuncul-muncul di rambutmu. Itu artinya kamu telah menguraskan terlalu banyak kekuatanmu secara terlalu memaksakan diri lah jatuhnya gitu. Nggak boleh itu. Soalnya kalau semakin banyak kamu kayak gitu, nanti kapasitas dan kekuatan SA kamu itu tambah sedikit. So if you overuse your SA to the point where you grew colorful hairs like Rai, it's going to have a side effect on your SA control capabilities. So if you can use SA, it is recommended that you not exceed your regular limit. Yes, training is fine, but never exceed your regular limit because it's actually going to degrade your SA capabilities. Real ungu, biru, hijau, putih. Real ungu, Rai lupa. More colors, more OP, no. More colors, less OP. It's actually going to make you weaker. More colors means weaker. Is it just the hair that turns RGB, or there's other body part that will turn weird too? Only the hair. Actually, there's some people that their skin is turning kind of weird. It happens differently to people, but most people actually just turns hair and eyes. Matira masih kuat dong, tentu saja lah masih kuat, yeah. Oh, warnanya original bukan itu, berarti warna original kuning. Yang warna biru sekarang itu bukan. Tapi udah ada yang rambutnya full pelangi. Udah ada yang rambutnya full pelangi. Ada juga yang rambutnya udah putih. Kalau yang rambutnya putih itu udah nggak boleh ke lapangan, soalnya itu udah nggak kuat. Jangan, kasihan, udah tua itu. Nanti kalau ke lapangan yang ada dianya yang sengsara, jadi jangan gitu. Biasanya yang rambutnya udah putih itu jadi mentor, jadi komander, yang biasanya cuma duduk aja gitu, yang duduk di belakang sambil plan things, bukan yang beneran maju gitu. Jangan. Kalau warna mata original Rai warnanya biru. Mata original Rai warnanya biru. Ini rainbow gara-gara error aja. Rusak. Raisa mau jadi mentor enggak? Ujung-ujungnya nanti Rai pasti bakal jadi mentor. Rambutnya mau diputihin nggak mau. Kenapa? Nggak mau. Oh, ada yang mata rusak gak tuh? Oke. Ada oke. Waktu itu Rai pernah omongin juga. Nggak apa-apa, Rai angkat lagi soalnya ini IP di kelas. Yes. Mata Galilean itu bisa berubah-ubah warna. Karena di tempat yang berbeda-beda itu warna mata itu kayak diperlukan untuk berubah. Jadi kayak ada beberapa tempat di mana matanya itu harus seperti ini untuk bisa melihat. Ada matanya seperti ini untuk bisa night vision. Ada mata seperti itu bisa lihat jauh. Jadi kayak beda-beda gitu. Ini karena Rai udah lama gitu, maksudnya udah lama banget jadi Galilean. Jadinya matanya warna-warni gitu. Kayak TV aja gitu loh. Kayak TV kalau biasanya suka dipakai gitu kan, kadang-kadang suka ada titik hijau di kanan, ada suka titik biru di kiri gitu, pelamnya gitu loh. Ada pelangi na bola mata. Matanya kena burn in ya. Kira-kira seperti itu. My eyes got burned in. That's why I have rainbow eyes. Cuma suka aja dengar Rai jelasin. Nggak apa-apa. Rai juga suka ditanya kok. Oh, only Galilean. I wonder what other division perks are. There are other division perks. For basic perks, you can check the last stream. Yes, thanks. Apakah berarti untuk beberapa misi Rai harus menyamar buat ke lapangan buat sembuhin mata dan uban? Yes. Pokoknya yang paling susah buat diumpetin tuh biasanya ubannya. Soalnya ubannya nggak bisa diwarnain kelamaan. Itu kalau seandainya kamu nggak warnain ubannya gitu, jadi warna kuning, nanti sehari 2 hari pasti udah balik biru lagi, terus kayak apa namanya, nggak nempel gitu loh. Nempel dia. Tapi warna matanya Rai cantik, thank you. Tanya. Berarti mata Rai masih berfungsi dengan baik. Masih berfungsi dengan baik, cuma matanya aja kayak gitu. Warna-warni enggak kok, nggak warna-warni, biasa aja. Does this mean no one in IPD use glasses? No. Everyone in IPD now use glasses. Ada yang pakai kacamata, biasanya buat gaya. Ada juga yang pakai kacamata soalnya tag. Rambut aja nggak awet, iya makanya itu. Kumis RGB juga set efek SA. Yes, kumis RGB juga side effect SA. Dipotong kayak tumbuh lagi gitu. Iya, dipotong juga ujung-ujungnya nanti tumbuhnya bakal warna biru, nggak bisa. Kalau pakai rambut palsu wig bisa, nggak apa-apa. Kalau itu kan pakai wig doang. Ubannya nggak bisa dipotong, nanti tumbuh lagi warnanya juga segitu juga. Kalau Rai jalan-jalan ke bumi nggak ditanyain mata sama rambutnya ke warna-warni. Kalau Rai jalan-jalan di bumi nggak ada yang bisa lihat Rai, kecuali orang-orang yang Rai udah setujuin buat lihat. It is my SA. Kebanyakan pakai SA di kumis. Pamit dulu ya Rai, mau belajar lagi untuk ETS, silakan, nggak apa-apa. Terima kasih sudah datang di channel Rai. Kamu, yes, I have the ability to camouflage myself. Image bisa dong kaitannya Rai. Benar sekali, karena Rai setujuin kalian dapat melihat Rai, yes. Oh yeah, why would I walk to somebody's bath? Senseinya di private. By the way, di API ada tes kayak golongan darah kah? Nggak ada tes kayak golongan darah, tapi kayak tadi yang tes buat compatibility of SotA compatibility test. Gitu. Dari RGB. Kok gitu? Kalau gabung tes tinggi badan enggak lah. Kalau dipilih berarti kamu udah dites itu. Berarti kucing Ray juga bukan sembarang kucing dong. Tentu saja pernah adalah my baby angel. My baby angel. My queen, my lord and savior, banyak deh. Yang bisa disetujuin biar bisa syaratnya apa? Kayak petaka mungkin? Gimana petaka gimana? Yang maksudnya syaratnya Rai setujuin aja. Kayak, oh boleh lihat Rai. Soalnya Rai biasanya pasang kamu menjadi orang lain terus. Tapi meskipun jadi orang lain pasti ujung-ujungnya ubannya ada warnanya. Jadi biasanya Rai mendingan nggak kelihatan sama sekali gitu. Tes kompatibilitas SA itu dihitung berdasarkan persentase gitu, jadi harus minimal berapa persen untuk diterima. Minimal seminimal mungkin itu kamu bisa mengangkat berapa ya, 75 berarti sekitar 30, sekitar 38, 36, 35, 38 gram. Kalau kamu bisa mengangkat 38 gram dengan 1 gram SA, maka kamu bisa diterima. Penang gebrak. Kenapa penang gebrak? Oke, gebrak. Tidak sejadi punya aja biar dipeluk-peluk gimana. Bukan fisika ini. Literally cuma bilang kalau kamu bisa kontrol 38 gram, dengan 1 gram kamu keterima gitu. Itu batas minimum. My super juga harusnya bisa sampai 50. Iya, makanya itu kayak literally di bawah standar gitu. Makanya itu kayak yang line garisnya, that's the line. 1 gram sedangkan 50 kan berarti kalau 38 gram apa? Yes. Makanya itu di bawah standar, di bawah KKM. Di bawah standar tapi masih di KKM gitu. Lebih dari setengahnya. Mungkin kontrol 1 gram SA agak susah. Kontrol 1 gram SA itu justru gampang. Kalau banyak gram SA itu baru susah. Tapi efisiensitasnya benar kali. 76% efisiensi. Beda. Master gitu kalau pakai SE nggak bisa langsung master, harus latihan dulu. Setelah masuk nanti baru di training lagi kontrol SE nya. Yes, nanti pas masuk nanti ada lagi latihan. Tapi biasanya sebelum di assign tuh udah ada latihannya dulu yang banyak gitu. Baru nanti kalau udah bisa pakai, baru nanti specialize-nya kemana. Jadi 1 gram SE itu bisa dipakai buat ngangkat berapapun gram kan, minimal 50 gram. No. 1 gram SI itu pada umumnya bisa mengangkat 50 gram gitu, pada umumnya. Ada yang bisa mengangkat lebih dari 50 gram, ada orang yang bisa mengangkat kurang dari 50 gram gitu. Tapi pada standarnya 50 gram. Is there anyone with talent? Is there anyone with a talent with SA? Of course there is. Basically there's this one person who can like have the power of 1 gram and could lift like 400, which is way above the average. That's supremely way above. Even the higher ups is actually kind of worried. Rai is that 1%? No. Rai can only like carry 17. Rai can only carry 70. Rai used to be able to carry 78 or 77, right? Forgot. Mungkin ikaw ito kung angkat martabat gimana? For the power. Exactly. So yes, that is Rai's capabilities. So that is above average. That is cool. Thank you. That's already standard. It is. Lapar nggak? Lumayan. Nggak lapar sih, tadi udah makan son. There's still a lot of people, right? True. So guys, Rai sulit na untuk mengetahui tentang tugas-tugas IPD. Bisa dilihat di 101 sebelumnya. Tapi itu guys, Rai gitu. Rai disuruh mantau dunia gitu. Malam Rai, malam. Gitu. Did Rai skip black day? No. Thanks. I'm gonna check the mellow again for any more things. Yes. If SA can control brain, do you do that to control inmates so we can't and won't break out of the cell? Like I said before, not all people can do brain control SAs, because basically that's like a very specific thing that you need to learn specifically for like years to actually master it. That's a hard thing to do.
and Rai doesn't have the expertise to actually do mind control SAs because it's just too complex for me. It's too complex. Kaya nga natin buat pakai kacamata seperti pataka. Yang ya. Penawar dan bobo, Rai main tenis kaki berapa kali sebulan? Rai main tenis. Biasanya sekali per 2 bulan. It's possible that IPD use SotA to erase your memory before entering IPD. They have this special device to do that because memory erasal SotA is just too hard to use. Main tenis. You have a special relation with Madame Lala since she's a time traveler and all. Also with Mama Nara, which is different species living among the human of Earth. How does IPD react to that? In case you don't know, Lila accidentally pulled Nara to this dimension, to other dimension, and then to this dimension before they entered NIJISANJI ID. Yes, Lila's village people have the ability to do such things. Yes, of course I have been watching most of the things that has happened. Mostly people that have been disturbing the course of dimensions. Yes, but the thing is, Lila and Nara was supposed to be detained for causing a distress among the dimensions, but because Nara and Lila hasn't been doing something terrible, we're putting her on a list of watch. Is there a tool that can amplify SA power? There is. Underline is everyone that have this causing distress among dimension will be put under watch, no matter who. Oh, but Zora is okay. I mean, Zora is just from another planet. Let IPDF an animal helper like a dog, maybe. They do actually have this kind of pet thing. But you might not want to call them pets because they will probably be angry at you. The things that you call pets in your world is not a pet in our world. It's basically like a companion. It's just like your ordinary human, you know? Just think about Puss in Boots. Just think about that. Don't call him a pet. No, please don't. Not familiar. It's basically Puss in Boots. It's just another thing, you know. IPD animal companion. Panya is a special case. In case nobody knows where Panya come from, Panya actually comes from a timeline where everything is kind of destroyed and distorted, and Panya is one of the survivors that we managed to take in because they don't have a home.
So Penya is now a resident of Pocket Dimension IPV. Talking animals. Oh, so are we pets? No! You also have her job, but her commander is gonna clash with your job, right? As long as I'm going to underline this again because most of the things are classified. As long as somebody did not cross the line of rules of dimensions, we won't look upon you. So if it's still a thing like different planets or like a different galaxy, it's still okay because basically they are still in one dimension, and still that one dimension is still in that one reality. If you travel among other reality from your reality, that's a thing. That's another thing. How old is Penya now, Re? Penya is 3 years old. Kalau Avenger gimana masa? Ada. Well, ada masalah banget. Itu nggak boleh. Nggak boleh. Itu kamu ngancurin waktu orang itu. Is there any way to legally go to another dimension? When your dimension is destroyed because of other dimensional disturbance, and you're basically just a bystander, you're going to live. You have a apa namanya, punya pilihan. You have a choice. It's either you're going to stay in IPD Pocket Dimension and work for us, or you're going to be transferred to another universe where the population is kind of small to create another population with such stories and everything. Sebenarnya ketul. There's no more stations like that already. Kita nggak bisa pergi ke dimensi lain, contoh pakai visa khusus. No. Apapun yang terjadi, kamu nggak boleh ke dimensi lain. No. Kecuali dimensimu hancur. Gitu. That's it. The basic image is to be on your watch list because we did something that caused disturbance in other dimensions. You interact with me. That alone is enough for a disturbance. You interact with me. You have disturbed the dimension of space and time continuum, or something like that. Merancangkan dimensi untuk ketemu Rai. Jangan, kamu hancurin dimensi, kamunya nggak selamat. Interact with illegal. Then let me become criminal. No. Berarti nggak bisa ke dimensi lain cuma gara-gara mau jalan-jalan. Nggak boleh ke dimensi lain buat jalan-jalan. Galaksi kamu tuh masih banyak yang bisa di travel. Kenapa kamu mau pindah dimensi? Dimensi kan udah banyak. Kalau kita sedang mati di sini, jiwanya bakal dikasih ke dimensi lain enggak? That is classified. But basically imagine there's two of you walking in the same pace, walking in the same time, but one of you died. Are you sure you're going to possess the other you? Is it to SA at all? But your headphone has arrived. No, my headphone haven't arrived yet. I can't hear anything. Is there any donations while I was not looking? If you can use SAL becomes more entered into your pocket, sir. But why? Kung pinadimensi mo liburan na da. If email can use SAL, pantas kita naman yung email crime, kita adalah interact dengan Rai. Kamu interaksi terlalu banyak dengan Rai, kalian telah menjadi inmates gitu. Definitely no regret interacting with you, thank you. Berarti bisa jadi dimensi paralel. Yes, it is a different dimension too. Mas career bad. It was delivered to dimension after all. Yes, it took quite some time because it delivered to lots of dimensions. Nah. Answer me, Rai is Hana normal art student, not like the Eldrick. You need to ask that to Hana herself. I'm not going to expose anything that has not yet made public. Basically, I've seen lots of things, so I sort of know lots of things as well. But basically, I'm just watching the world. But in the same time, the NIJISANJI ID dimension is different than you guys' dimension. That alone is different. Kalau kita ketemu sama diri kita di dimensi lain, kita nggak kelempar gitu kayak magnet sama kutub kalau deketin. No, you would not. But that would cause such distress. So in any reason, why in this dimension you decide to stay in Earth or even Indonesia specifically? It is my job to watch over the world. Yes, not just the world, to watch over your dimension. It is one of my job to watch over your dimension. Being in NIJISANJI ID is basically because I have a goal. Yes, I have a goal, but this goal is really big to the point that I actually forgot that being a streamer itself is actually fun. At first I was just trying to do my job, but then as time goes, I suddenly realized that I'm changing little bit by little bit into something that's not me, but is actually better, and I like it. Every day was full of emotions and fun. We've talked about the horrific things enough, but what about the most pleasant dimension you've been into? The most pleasant dimension being into, huh? Imagine the most weirdest thing that could happen in the entire world. It happens. Now just imagine that. Is there only one you? I mean, technically, yes. There's only one me in the entire universe. But I get what you mean. Thank you. Better change is good. Oh, damn cool. Anything you think about actually happens in another alternate reality. Imagine that and use that imagination to think of the most beautiful thing that could ever happen in the world. The end. The thing ever happen is meeting right di belakang layar ini. Di balik layar ini kita kembali mimpi. Terima kasih sudah membuat saya overthinking. Go man, but that's how the multiverse works. Somebody asked, I need to answer. But only one dimension, but seeing you here, I guess I'm not going anywhere. But why? I know the IPD dates and have a family. No, the IPD is not allowed to have any romantic relationship or whatsoever. It is forbidden. No. Bad. Image boleh tip salam bosnya. Boleh. Titik-titik tanda tanya Fernando though, but boleh. Maybe he'll be happy. Maybe, I don't know. He's kind of grumpy. Oh, what is that? Hello, Rai. So SA is related to technomancy. What's a technomancy? It's basically like controlling technology. Basically this nanotechnology thing, which is the state of the art or also known as SA, is controlled using your brain power that you control using a special device that have been planted right into your brain. Ooh. In IPD means you have to leave all personal things behind. Yes, even relationship. For the greater good. A little something, I need to go. I'll go watch that first. I'm sorry. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you for coming to Rystram. Halo Pak, terima kasih sudah menerima Rai sehingga kami bisa bersama Rai. Thank you. Istirahatkan kerjaan, benar sekali. It is my wife. My wife is my work. Alright, you have a mecha or something, right? Do you still use it? I do. I see you use the mecha. Yes. Axe, yeah. IPD is like Counter Guardian in Nasuverse. Is it like Counter Guardian? Counter Guardian is basically stabilizing the world, but not stabilizing the dimension itself. Like, it's going to other alternate realities to destroy something that that Gaia thinks it was a thing that needs to be destroyed. But like, no. Yes, I'm not a Counter Guardian. That's a different thing. Counter Guardian is to try to make the world stable from whatever that makes the dimension unstable. IPD is trying to make the world stable from other interference from other dimensions. That's a different thing. IPD jomblo semua guys sampai pensiun, benar sekali. Sad? Not really. At least I'm happy to see all of you. Panya lebih dari itu, benar sekali. Panya is my queen. My queen, my angel, my baby. Yes. Untuk antar dimensi ada undang-undangnya juga, benar sekali. Undang ada sebanyak apa? Jangan dipikirkan. Pokoknya undang-undang yang paling besar adalah jangan sekali-sekalinya berinteraksi dengan dimensi lain. Gitu. Undang-undang. Harus lebih banyak nurut. No. It's almost 2 o'clock. I'm pretty sure everyone is tired and having their brains blown up because of what I explained today. I'm really sorry if everything feels so plain and like nga. You would be correct. I don't know if I need answers. But you said before you will choose mission dan punya. Of course, the life of thousands of people is nothing more. But it makes me sad. Ada nggak orang yang bisa buka portal ke dimensi lain kayak Madam Laila? If you think Layla is the only one, then that's kind of impossible. Layla, of course, is not the only one, and will not be the last as well. It could be one of you. You could be watching this right now too. Or like in the possible future, you're probably watching this too. Nobody knows. It's okay, this is interesting. Thank you. Thank you for the lesson, Sensei. No, thank you for coming to my lesson. Tapi the class bikin otak gerak jadi kekasih pagulo. It could be me. It could be you. It could be... See you in another one. It's been very fun and cool class. Cry. No, thank you for coming. It's okay, we enjoy. Thank you. Kalau dia bisa buka portal ke dimensi lain, apakah orang itu akan diamankan? Orang itu akan dipantau, tentunya. Karena itu adalah salah satu udah breach dari rule. Kamu nggak boleh travel ke dimensi lain kecuali dimensimu itu hancur. Rai, aku kemarin sengaja dimensi 11 dari tangkap aku, Rai. Ayo melamar jadi guru di Indonesia saja. Gimana? Masa ditangkap lagi kan udah ketangkap. I learned a lot in there. Was kind of hard, but it's actually an interesting topic, and you delivered that nicely. Thank you, Sensei. No, thank you for coming. I'm not sure if I deliver it good though. I think I delivered it bad actually. My communication skill has dropped tremendously because I've been working a lot without talking. Dipantau sampai melakukan pelanggarannya. Yes. Tim kayak gini give detox, right? Arigato. No, thank you. Tapi kita harus ditangkap, Rai. Kan kita udah jadi tahanan tetap. Oh no. Yes. Nama dari tukang nasi goreng nanda. Dono. Oh iya, dono. Dono arigato. Itu mata. Okay, terima kasih Nata for the donation. Domo, aje dayo. Aje nanye. Kukang malas. Terima kasih Kukang malas. This is a very fun and interesting class, right? I got lots of info and notes from this class. Thank you so much from the Lord. Thank you so much for coming to Rai Stream. Ow. Nga. Please be my physics teacher. Dono lagi. Bentar. Terima kasih, dono na. Terima kasih Pia for the donation. Can't wait for the next IPD class. You guys' brains are already exploding from one IPD class. I think the next IPD class is going to take a while like the before IPD class. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the enthusiasm. Yeah. Nah. You great explaining though. Thank you for the lesson. Thank you for coming. Ah. Oh. Blow my guts out in a great way. Can always make a review class through. Not sure if everyone wants that though. But teacher, I'm just down. Don't worry, no. Okay, how about a quick review? A quick review before I end the stream. State of the art is basically a very small particles that you bring inside a special jar. Yes, basically that's it. And then the usage of it is basically to make things move, to make new things, as long as there is a source. Yes. And then infusion in weapons. Some weapons need SA to work. You can also fly with SA. Requirements. Yes, requirements. SA have different. Every person can control different amount of SAs and can control different amount of strength to the SAs. Yes, that is it. So that to give you a quiz, no. Quiz someone. Oh no, donation, just what that. Terima kasih Sarah for the donation. Ingat inmate 1 gram sa dengan 50 grams. Terima kasih. Saya bikin gue tentang IPD ntar ada skornya gitu. Nah, gitu. Recap. That is basically it for this drum class. I hope you guys enjoy the class. Bemberay bagi bakra kuman nga papakal bemberay bikin lang yan sa cover dari penjara. Belum siap on. Bikin quiz kaya dulu di FB. Oh no, true. There is such thing like that. We enjoy Tamku. Okay, that is all for today. Please do siram kepala niya pakai air. Soalnya kepala niya mengepul-ngepul. Please do spray your head with water because your head is fuming. Thank you. Enjoy. Rai is also enjoy. Yes. For now, that is the end of today's stream. Thank you for coming to Rai stream. Mitakurata. Arigato. Oh, ada next lagi. Terima kasih Kuredisi. Thank you for the lesson tried. The inmates have enjoyed the class and learned a lot. No, you guys. Thank you for coming and learning with Rai today. Yes. Very good students. I like. Otsukare everyone. Mitakurete arigato. Thank you for coming to Rai Stream. And I'll see you in the next stream. Goodbye. Goodbye.
What's heavier, 1 gram of SA or 50 grams of feathers? Oh yes, and thank you 9slab for the donation.